Hey everyone, Rot1nPieces here, and today we're going to do another mentoring video, this time with a Bronze 1 Orianna. This person's message to me was, this is an Orianna game that I got ahead in early, but lost due to a backdoor, and I'm curious your thoughts. So let's just get right into the video. I like this game mainly because I love bronze games, and the reason I love bronze games is because this Orianna has 22 kills and still doesn't win the game. So that's the big thing we're going to look at. How can we tighten up the Orianna's game, prevent the backdoor that ends up losing the game, but try to fix all the micro mistakes that they could have just ended the game and just swept them off the feet, especially with a 22 kill Orianna. So just in champion select here, the loading screen, you can see that you're most likely against a Katarina, since Karma has exhaust and Teemo has teleport. So keeping that in mind, let's go over into the client, and just to look at runes and masteries, this is the page that the student was running. We have AP quints, that's pretty normal. Magic pen reds, that's not optimal in Orianna, but that's fairly normal. Armor on the yellows, and then the magic resist on the blues. So just to tighten this up a little bit, you don't need armor on Orianna. The biggest thing is because she's not a long range mage, but she's very safe. She has a shield. The shield gives you armor and magic resist. And then you're also against Katarina, who's a melee, and she's not going to get on top of you very often. And if she does, you have the shield. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. And then also with the magic resist, this is okay, mainly because it is Katarina. Because, I mean, if you ever get caught off guard, she can destroy you. But even then, Orianna, like I said, safe mage. If Katarina jumps on top of you, I mean, it's not going to be too much of an issue, you know. So what we're going to actually run, that would be a little bit better, is this mid-standard here. And all that it is different is the scaling health in the yellows, and then scaling ability power here. Reds, you can change to hybrid penetration. It's less magic damage overall, but since you are especially in a melee matchup and your passive clockwork windup, I think this passive's called, gives you magic damage on your auto attack, so you're going to be autoing a lot on Orianna, and you're in a melee matchup. So if you don't have hybrid penetration, don't go balls out and get them, because it's very limited selection of what you're actually going to use hybrid penetration on. But do get this. Do get the scaling health. Do get the scaling ability power. Those two are important. I think, if I remember the math correctly, the health does break at level 6 to be even with flat health, and that's when Cat gets scary. So, yeah, that's that. So this is your main focus. The MR is fine, but scaling ability power is a little bit more optimal. Focus on the scaling health in the yellows. So going over to the masteries, this is the mastery page that you run here. Not typically optimal. There's two big flaws here. The biggest one is the double-edged sword. Don't want that. And the other one is you miss out on dangerous game. And since you are a support, essentially a support, you're a support mid laner, dangerous game gives you 5% of your missing health and mana on kills and assists. That's the important part. Even if you get an assist, you get healed yourself. So since that's like an essential for all all carries, kills or assists. They did change that. So what we're actually going to run, we're going to change. Oh, and this too. That is unneeded. That's all I'm going to say. There's no real. That's unneeded. Instead, run this. A little bit less CDR here, but you fix your double-edged sword. You also get the feast, which killing a unit restores 3 health and mana. So it's just a little bit more sustained in the lane. And then you get the dangerous game, and then you just move your greed point over to runic affinity, so things just last 20% longer. You could also do this here. Get the strength of spirit. Get you some HP 5 based on your maximum mana. You're not going to get a ton of mana, but you are a mage, so I mean it is noticeable. If you have 600 mana, that's equivalent to this, the recovery, and it's only 1 point. So that is a preference. I typically run this. The Koreans do run this. So I will say that. The Koreans know what they're talking about. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. The Koreans run this, but I do prefer this or this. So those are your three options. I would recommend that. It's just going to leave it at that there. So now that the pre-game is a little bit done here, let's move on to the actual video as soon as I bring OBS up. There we go. Okay, so moving on to the video. Also with Orianna, don't need Ignite. That's just a preference thing because you're not really going to be close enough to get Ignite off. So running something like Ghost, Heal, or Barrier is better. Or in this game, Cleanse, just because of Ashe. Ashe is a pain in the ass, so if she stuns you, you can just run, right? So it's a waste of an ultimate. So those would be probably your choices: Ghost, Heal, or Barrier. So let's just play the game here. There we go. So the number one mistake I always point out, I don't even have to watch the game, is I know that you need to run out of the base faster. Everyone in lower elo does not run out of the base. Like as soon as the gate comes down, get out. So I mean, even then you waited 3 seconds. I mean, it's not a ton, but that it is noticeable in the future. Also, you have a mana pot. Don't need a mana potion ever. If you don't know how to fix your mana problems in lane, the problem is you just spam too much. I mean, plain and simple. So it's just the little thing right there. You can have one more health potion. You can stay in lane a little bit longer against Katarina. That is good. That's a good scout right there. Always, if you're playing someone like Orianna, there's typically only two spells you're gonna level up anyway. One of them's gonna be your Q, so you can, if you level it up, throw it out into a bush, or you're gonna level up your shield. So in those two cases, I think typically with Cat the shield is better. But I mean, it's negligible at this point. You should always save your skill point, though, until you absolutely need it. A big reason for that is you see your bottom lane not guarding the tri-bush. If they don't come down here and guard that, and then someone just kind of walks in, if you had your Q like you do now, you can't use your shield. Obviously, you only have one skill point, right? But I say that because if you had your shield and you get invaded on, and you put your shield on them, you could prevent a first blood that way, you know? Also, with your shield, you can also give it to your jungler when he starts whatever camp he starts at, which it looks like he's starting red for whatever reason. So you can just throw your shield on him and then just walk away. So he gets a little bit of leash from you. You don't get a really, even then you missed your Q. So if you had a shield, you could throw your shield onto him. Typically, I don't even leash your junglers anymore because junglers start either at the Gromp or the double golems. I don't even know what they're called anymore. Those things at the bottom of the map that the duo lane usually starts at. So those are typically the two places they start at. So I don't even give my jungler leashes anymore. But since he did start at red, your shield probably would be better. Now throughout the game, one thing I'm going to look at too is the number one thing that you can do as a bronze player is to CS better. So you're looking good so far. It looks like you missed 2. Yep. Use your spell on that one. That one you could have used a spell on. Okay, so pause. You don't see Katarina and you see Master Yi. He used his Q. What you should do right now is kick his ass. One thing I also, on top of all the other things that I say to bronze people, be more aggressive. People who are in bronze are typically like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high, they're like aggression is like a 2. And if you crank it, just go up to like a 15. Just like go on his ass. Just like whip him. Show him who's the boss, Be the alpha male in this lane, right? Or the alpha female in your case. Right there, he's done with his alpha. You have a full mana bar. Right now your mana is leaking. So throw your Q out and then hit a W. And then when he does that, he's slowed, so chase him down. So slowed, auto, 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 all the way up here, and just push him out of the lane. Don't let him farm. Force him back into the jungle. There you go. No W. Auto him. Yep. Go. Nope. Go farther. Just get on him. Just like beat him down. Who's the alpha in this lane? There you go. Now if you did that, had your other two auto attacks, you could auto attack, ignite him, and he would have died. You had a free blue buff at level 2. Yep, auto him. Auto him. Ah. Okay, so those are big things. You ended up with 22 kills. I mean, you could have rolled this lane really easily. Oh, get on him. Auto him. Don't let, he's a melee character. Don't let him auto attack. Don't let him get in there and CS. Okay, Cat's back now as well. You know she started Q, so punish her. She can't CS very well because her Q is on a longish cooldown, and Yi just took all of her farm. So right here, you're way back here. You need to be up here. You're level 3, she's level 1. Go up here, auto her. If she comes in, auto her, throw your Q down, push her out of the lane. Get her out of here. Okay, get the minion. Q out. So right now, all the minions are focusing on this one. What you should be focusing on is Cat's last hit, and then punishing. Watch her last hit. Q her. Watch her last hit. Auto. Auto her. Auto her when she goes for the last hit. Okay, where are the minions focusing? Looks like, yeah, this one here. Auto. These are the kind of things like, if she's mid-animation to auto, you make her force a choice. She is either going to last hit, or she's going to back off and try to retaliate against you. So if she did that, she would lose probably both. Now to go back, just to get the kill in here so I can talk about that so I'm not rambling on about something else. What you should be doing here, right here, your first move should have been when Zac is in the air, throwing your shield on him. You do this because your shield does do damage based on the shield amount. When he comes in and he lands, wait for the Shunpo and then hit him with the W. I mean, you did it in a little bit of reverse, but it would have been a little bit more optimal, and you would have gotten this first kill. So right here, you could have queued onto yourself, did the W, ignite auto, and you would have picked up this kill instead of letting Zac get it. Honestly, oh, red buff. I was thinking, I don't even know how he got it, but probably red buff. So far, I'm counting within 5 minutes of the game, you could have had 2 kills already. And granted, these aren't guaranteed kills. I'm saying you could have 2 kills because if they played out the situation that I mentioned, you would have had 2 kills. But so just to touch on the aggression thing and queue those minions, get them both. Okay, so before I say that, now with putting yourself into a difficult situation to get all the CS in lane, this is how you CS a little bit better. Okay, so all 3 of these minions are going to die. This one is the lowest, this one is the second lowest, this one's the third lowest. This minion is attacking this one, and all of these minions are going to kill him. So what you need to do is auto attack this one, send your Q back, or wait for this one to get low, auto attack this one, send your QW in. So probably the better bet is to auto and then kind of send your Q this way, just because the travel time would have, make sure you've gotten this, saved a little bit more mana, and then just wait until this bunches up, and then you could have gotten that one as well. Okay, so the aggression thing is basically what you're doing is you're making them do what you want them to do. So if you're really aggressive at that level 1 and you push Master Yi out of the lane, what is he going to do about that? He can't retaliate on you. He's not dictating the lane. You're dictating the lane. You're making him do what you want to do. So the reason why this is beneficial to you is because you're making the decision. You're not saying, oh, Katarina is in the lane. She throws her Q on me. What is she going to do? You're now saying, okay, I'm putting my Q on her. She's running away. What do I do? Right? So you're not reacting to what she's doing. You're creating the opportunity for yourself. Yep, and with Cannon minions right there, now that I'm trying to kind of process what we're looking at while I'm trying to commentate as well. With Cannon minion, they are always worth to use your mana to get them. And CSing under the tower, likewise with mana. You're in this situation right here. So she's throwing her Q and it's going to hit all the minions. What you need to do is get this minion and run this way. Yeah, this way over here. You do this is to pull all the minions away from the tower, and you're still being safe. And also use your health and mana potion just to get back up. And now that you have your actual mana potion, instead of getting 2 health potions, use them both so you can effectively get this entire wave. So what happens here is, since you're running back this way, even if you run this way, Katarina still cannot attack you. And if you run this way, you can get these minions out of the tower range and it's easier to CS. Also look at when their minions are coming in, this minion's in the lead, so the tower's going to attack that one. So as you're running back, auto attack this one. So you can wait for the recharge time on your auto attack cooldown so you can get it under the tower. And that was a bad Q. That Q screwed up the CS for you. Now also here, auto attack this one. Or, of course this is a hypothetical, save your mana so you can pull your Q through these 2 minions so they're just low enough for the tower. Alright. Yep, auto her. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. She doesn't have it. She doesn't have... get her. Yeah. So you could have saved your flash there. She didn't have her ultimate, but you were really afraid, and you were 2 levels above her. So there was no reason for you to do that. And that was a bad W. I don't even know what that was for. Okay, get your blue buff. Nothing to really say about that. You didn't have to do the W there either. He didn't have a red buff, and he doesn't have, any dots. So it's not like he was going to take it. Mistake number 1 of your item builds. Tier is kind of bad. You would get tier in the situations that if you're against an AD mid laner, since Chalice of Harmony doesn't give armor, you would always want Athene's Unholy Grail. It's a little bit better, and when your mana is low, it increases your mana regeneration a lot, so you never run Orianna with no mana doesn't do anything, because you can't move her Q around, she can't move the ball around, so it's not like other characters. Well, if you don't have your Q, you have these other spells that are low mana. Orianna has that, but if her ball is not into position with her Q, it doesn't matter anyway. So you need Chalice for 2 reasons. It gives you the MR for Katarina. So if you did do what I suggested and take the scaling AP, you have MR now. It also gives you the mana regeneration, so you don't really need the tier to give you a whole bunch of maximum mana, and you don't need Archangel Staff to give you that shield because you already have a shield. I think Athene's is way better to do just for, strictly for mana regeneration on Orianna, honestly. 20% CDR, also a good thing, but it's mainly for the mana regeneration. Tear doesn't, I mean, Tear gives you max mana, but it doesn't give you anything else that you need. No? Yep, there you go. I was about to like yell at you, don't get a mana potion, you have the blue buff. So that's just like a little fix on your item build. If you had the chalice, you could spam more, so you don't have to worry about your mana. You can push this lane, push it right into the tower, because like you, I don't say this to be like an asshole, but like you, this Katarina probably doesn't know how to CS under the tower as well. So if you push her to the tower, she will miss all the CS, so you're going to be that much ahead as well. Nope, good. Okay. So now that you have a Tear or hypothetically a chalice at this point, what you want to do in that position is notice that when you send your Q out, there's that 1 second delay right there. What you could do is this is why I like VODs and not replays. Is I can see your ping right here. So what you should do instead is when you send your Q out, like smash your W. I don't know if you can hear that in my microphone, but I'm trying to like pound on my desk. But you just like pound W until it lands, and then right when it hits, it'll explode and it'll get Katarina both sides of the damage, the Q and the W. And right now, push. When this W comes up, Q, W. Get the wave under the tower. Push. No, stop harassing. Push, 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 push. Push. Stop being a puss. Just push the lane. Get that ball right into the back line. Push that. Get it. Yep, W. So what I'm trying to illustrate is get the back line first. They're weaker and they do more damage. So if you do that, you push the lane a little bit faster. Good CS. Good CS. Okay, got it so far. Oop, that was a little bad, but you're really scared of this Katarina. You're 2 levels up. Get her. Kill her. There you go. See? QW. You took half her health. Get in her face. Now, you don't need the ball on top of you as well. What you need to do is walk up here, push the ball back. Walk up, push the ball back. Because what you're doing is you're creating a zone. So right now, if you could throw your ball out, put it right here. Or right here. I think this is where the ranged minions are going to be. So push it over there. What this is doing is you're now creating a zone that's effectively around your character like this. Now what you're doing is if Katarina ever walks into that zone, you can QW her really quick. So right here, if you were to have the ball out there, you could have Q'd over here in W. Also a note, I didn't mention this in the last time where you did like a really sweeping Q. If your Q is over here, all you need to do is like pop it over here and just like do little twitchy movements. Because as long as the center of the Q goes through the champion hitbox, it'll do the damage. So also I recommend on Orianna doing the dumb cast on the Q. So if you hit Q, it'll show the little circle. And the little dot in the center of the circle, that's what needs to pass through the champion. Ooh, that was good. That was a good trade. You saw her coming in and doing that, but yep, be more aggressive. Yep, W. Yep, good, 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 good. Keep doing that. Move the Q around. Move the Q like right through the minions. So this is also what I'm saying about dictating the lane. She's dictating you. She's 2 levels under you, and you're letting her do whatever she wants. If you were just like get in her face. There you go. There you go. See, you could have done that so much earlier. You could have pushed her out of. She wouldn't have had any of the CS. You would have pushed her out of lane. You would have had, you know, your 50 CS to whatever she has, like probably 7 by now. And she wouldn't have had anything. She wouldn't have had any CS at all in this lane. Watch your minimap. Watch your minimap. Watch your minimap. Three people just showed up on your minimap around Zach, and you do nothing. You're sitting in the mid lane. Walk over there. Like, if you just walk over there, do one QW, you could probably get a triple kill with how much CC Zach has. And Corky's coming in. Come on. I mean, you're not even looking over there. Go over there. I think a problem... Actually, are you on lock camera? Now that I'm seeing that, I think this means you're on lock camera. So, I mean, you're not physically able to look over there, it looks like. So unlock your camera, hit Y. I think that's the unlock camera button, so you can move around away from your character. If you ever need to center on your character, you can hit the space bar or F1. Both of them center on you. Yep, run. Nope, leave Zach. Leave him out. Don't die. Oh, that was a goodbye, Zach, though. Oh. Man, you had more faith than I did. I was like, fuck this Zach. Like, let him die. Oh, my God. So, okay. Honestly, I'd have been like, fuck that. Like, let him go, man. But, man, you're out of mana and everything. I was just like, screw it. It would have been different if you had a chalice, because you would have, like, the actual mana regen to actually do something. But you being out of mana, I was just like, oh, fuck it. Screw Zach. Let him die. Also here, since you are level 9, you need a sweeping lens, the red trinket. You want to do this and probably save your pink ward and just upgrade your sweeping lens just so you can sweep a bigger area for wards. I know for a fact this is going to come back to bite you, because if you do say you die to a backdoor, the reason you die to a backdoor is you don't know where their wards are. You don't ward enough to prevent him, because if you see him run through the jungle, you should be like, oh, he's running to the jungle, we should back off. Okay, again, be up here. Get in her face. You don't have to really worry about CSing now because you just do so much AoE with Orianna. You could QW this entire wave and it'll die. So QW right there. Yep. Boom. Half her health in one QW. Keep doing that. That was late. Oh. Yep, 2 mistakes. Number 1, you see him coming in. So right when he alphas to you, set your ultimate off right now. Because when he's done with his alpha, you would CC him. So you would be CC'd here, and you can Q and run away. And he would have to burn his flash or his chilling smite, actually, I just noticed. And I just noticed he has some really terrible items. Sorry, that really, wow, those items suck. That boot sucks. He doesn't have his enchantment, and he has all of this. He's not even completing stuff. Complete your items. So, doing this, watch your shield cooldown. QW, shield right here, and you would kill him. Your shield would go right through you, and he would die. And you would just keep running. Yep, and you turn to auto attack. Pull your shield back. Ooh, ooh. How much money did you... Ooh, okay. Get big buys first. You can complete your death cap. Do that first. I do think your item choices are just incorrect in a way now anyway, but death cap first over Sork Shoes any day of the week, okay? Yeah, if that was your 2 choices... Oh, yep, you do lock camera, because now that you move the camera, it's not glowing anymore. Unlock your camera. Look at that. Now you can see people on the map. Damn. So typically what item builds you want to do here, who are you against? Teemo, Ashe, Karma, Master Yi, Katarina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what you should do probably would be Athene's first, like I suggested already, and then do Rabadon's Death Cap. That would be probably your best second item. You could probably do a Zonya's just because if Master Yi and Katarina both jump on you, you can just Zonya's and waste Katarina's ultimate basically. And the armor would give you a little bit more durability to Master Yi, even though he does have true damage. It'll negate some of his damage. It'll help you against Ashe as well. Um, yeah, that'd probably be best. Do that, and then yeah, Zonya's. I mean, I should stop saying that because I'm not like specific, but do Zonya's would probably be your best bet, and then do your Liandry's Torment. Liandry's Torment is really good on Orianna because her main damage nuke, her W, has a slow, so you get her the max effectiveness of that item at all times. I also like it because since it does max, I think it does max health or current health, one or the other. It helps you with objectives a lot. So if you do Dragon, you can just QW, QW, and keep moving your ball around, and you can really kill objectives that way really quick. I think you're doing that with your W. Before I move on to my next point, if you do that with your W, make sure you E to yourself so the ball snaps to you so you can get that speed boost. You're kind of just throwing it out in the air for whatever reason. But I think the first person to go back to the Leandries, now that I finished that thought, the first person to do the Leandries thing, I think, was Xpeke. And if I remember correctly, he did Athene's Deathcap Leandries. That gives Orianna a lot of magic pen, so you just burn through people, and you just have a lot of just, you know, ooh, that was a good flash. Pull the ball back to yourself. Okay. Pull the ball back to yourself with your E. Your missile speed on your E will snap to you faster, so if you just E then Q, you wouldn't be so close to the turret. Yep, Q. Got him. Shield. Okay, your shield was late too. This is just little tiny optimization things that you could help survive. Oop, shield. Shield. Yep, good. Whew. You just hit level 11, you didn't rank up your ultimate. Yep, so it's just little optimization things that you're kind of missing out. Not upgrading your ultimate, I feel like that's just a misclick. So I have a feeling you just know to upgrade your ultimate, but you're not working your shield into your kit very much. Like into your what do I want to say? Just like into your mindset of what to do. And wow, you need to get that death cap. This item was not a good buy for you. If you had death cap, you would have a lot more damage. That item doesn't do anything for you. But I mean, use your shield. If you that Master Yi kill that I mentioned earlier, you could snap your shield to you. You can move your ball around it just a little bit better. This is one reason why Orianna, along with Syndra and Cassiopeia, are the three hardest champions to play in this entire game. Is just because it's very difficult to know when to how to position the ball to good spots. Yep, snap your shield to him. You could have gotten that kill too. You just snap your shield over there and W. And I emphasize snap just because it's such a faster movement. If you notice how fast the ball moves in comparison to how the Q moves, it's so much quicker. Shield, yep. Ulti, boom. Yep, a little bit slow on the ult because the second he alphas to you, You know where he's going because there's no other minions around, so you can kind of time when he's done. So if you just alphas to you and you immediately do the R, like the second you see him do a little lunge forward, you could CC him and you wouldn't get that one auto attack. Sometimes it kind of seems like I'm just kind of being argumentative with this, but in the times like the very first Master Yi gank that I mentioned with your shield, snapping it back to you, kind of getting the kill, if you were to do a little bit more optimization on how your damage is put out and how you manage your resources, which is your health and mana bar and your cooldowns, those are your three biggest resources. Um, you would kind of survive a little bit better, kind of, you know, the thing with the Master Yi, if you did a little bit better, the Katarina may have not have killed you. You know, obviously I can't predict the future, so I can't say for certain if you did this, Katarina would not have killed you. But you know, it's just adding up all the little mistakes get to a giant mistake in the future. That kind of thing. So it's not like you're making one glaring error. It's a ton of little errors that add up to a huge error, and that's what's kind of causing you to throw the game. Kind of lose hold of the game. I don't want to say throw the game because you get 22 kills of all things, but you just lose your hold of the game if you didn't make so many little tiny stupid mistakes that, you know, in the grand course of things would not matter in a bronze game. But if you were to play against silver players, if you're playing against gold players, if you're playing against me and you made these tiny mistakes, you would be out of the game within 5 minutes. Things, if I was playing Orianna and I got those 2 kills free in the first 5 minutes of the game, you would lose immediately. It's the kind of thing you can just put so much pressure on. If I got 2 kills early in the game, I would be warding my lane so heavily and just shoving my lane out so Katarina would never be able to do anything ever. If Master Yi showed up, I would just back off, say, hey, Master Yi's here, you know, type over to my jungler, hey, Master Yi's here, you know, let him know. If he comes to your lane to gank, perfect. Orianna is probably the best 2v2 champion just because she has the ultimate that annihilates everyone. So you have Zac as well. So if you get initiated on and Zac jumps on them and they're both on top of you and Zac hits them, then you use your ultimate. That's a ton of CC that, like, they're not surviving that. Shield that. Use your shield. Even if you don't think what she's doing is like coming, if you don't think she's gonna Q you, well, if you don't think she's gonna Q you, that's something wrong right there. If she's standing right next to you, she's gonna Q you. That's the thing. So just use your shield preemptively, and you would soak up that little bit of damage, you know. Okay, it's good so far. I love how the last 2 dragons that just happened, you got both the kills. You got the 25 gold for both of them. So Zac is not even using his smite well, which is not a good sign. Okay, it's a little bit dead. Okay, I know what I can mention here now. Where is the bot lane? You have 4 wards in your inventory. You still haven't gotten your sweeper. You're not putting them down. Where is the bot lane? If the bot lane walked out right here, would you survive? So what you're doing is the right move. Pushing this lane is what you're supposed to do. But if you have no ward coverage, you can't see people coming. So if they come this way, you know, okay, well, I can just run this way. And I can just run up to Maokai up here, or run into the blue buff. But if you don't have any wards, you don't know if you should run this way or you should run this way, because people can also come down this way and try to kill you as well. So you just don't know where you're going. Likewise, if you had a ward here and a ward up here, or a ward up here rather, if you had those two wards and then you had a ward over here, you can see what's what. You can see, oh, there's people coming this way, I should run this way. Or there's people running this way, I should run this way. Or people are coming in both directions, I need to move back down the lane, right? So you need to like place your wards out before pushing the tower. Like you should have walked up with the minions, put your ward over here. Walked over to the... Well, you could do this while you're pushing. Walk over here and just throw your ward into the bush. You can actually ward it from this side. Yep, so Master Yi was on this side. And then Katarina was in the top lane. So if they both collapsed on you, like, that wouldn't be good. You need to, like, put your wards down. Even with this little fight with Katarina, put your ward here so you can see inside the bush. So she can't, like, sit over here and hide. Or she can't sit in the bush and you don't know where she is. Run. Yep, so both of those situations, like if you saw Cat up here, you could have warded the first bush, warded the second bush, and just like ran. Because what is Cat gonna do? She's not gonna sweep him. I mean, she could sweep him, but I don't think she's going to sweep him. She wouldn't have, especially in a bronze game, she's not going to sweep them. That's the thing. Even if you hold your items open, no one on the enemy team even has a sweeper. So, I mean, if you threw your wards down, no one's getting those wards. And if they did, they would have a pink ward, and it would only clear one bush. So, nope, no, oh, I just got, my soul is just like wounded now. God, Spell Vamp is like the worst item in the entire game. Ugh, ugh. No one does enough damage to get Spell Vamp ever, except for Vlad. And the only reason he does do it is because he already heals, and he has a spell that gives him increased healing, and he gets a Spirit Visage. So, wounded. So bad. That's Will of the Ancients is a terrible item. That was very slow. I'm going back here. Oop, not that far back. Walking into this bush, you see him. Put your Q right here. If you had it right here, even right now, I mean, if you threw it over there, you could do your W, and then you could back off this way. And when you back off this way, reposition your ball into the bush, and put a ward, and then put a ward in the bush and run back. So when those three inevitably walk this way, right through your ball, your ultimate's coming up, and you can shockwave them all. I'm not sure how many you would actually get with that, but you would put immense amount of damage down. That is for damn sure. Boof. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, just with the damage you did here, you probably wouldn't have killed them, but if you were to position your ball up there, do a W, and they ran back over, and then you just did your ultimate and another W, you probably would have gotten all three of them, to be totally honest. Nope, don't hit the mushroom. It's like right there. Okay, you still need a sweeper. And you still need to put your wards down. When did I say that last? When did I say that you need to put your wards down? And you still have them in your inventory. Man, talking for such a long time. 44 minutes. And this game has another 20 minutes to go. This video is going to be long. Put your wards down. Put them down as you go. Put them right there. Walk over here. Put them down over there. Keep walking. Like, you don't even have to go out of your way to put the wards down. Just put them, like, if you're going to the bot lane, put them down. Push. Use your Q. Snap your shield back. Do all the damage. Easy way to clear the waves. Q out. W. Snap your shield back. That'll clear out the entire wave. Ward over here. You see Ashe run this way. Your entire team is moving this way. Put a ward down over here so that people can't loop around behind you. But don't go up there. Just put a ward down. Because if you had a ward, well, now that I see it, if you had a ward down, Zach would know where to jump before then. Yep. Do it. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Snap your shield back. W. W, 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 W. Do it. W. There she is. Shield. Q. No. No. Okay. I'm going to go back to see. Ooh, that was a terrible flash. Okay. Since your W is still up and you didn't use it to run up this way, what you would do here is stay on this side of the tower since Corky and everyone else is coming over here. QW out, and then if she inevitably jumps on you, snap your shield back and jump this way into Maokai. Because doing that, if Maokai has his flash up, of course. Maokai can flash, go in, do his ground slam. I can't believe I don't know the name of his abilities. The twisted advance, and then whatever the ground slam thing is to knock her up to interrupt the ultimate, so she wouldn't be able to do any damage there. Oh, and I see another mistake as I see it now. Yep. Don't flash there. Maokai is tanking the turret. You're in such a rush to get down there. She's not going anywhere. Maokai is coming in. So if you were to stay back here, let Maokai do his twisted advance and lock her up. That's an easy Q ignite dead or Q auto dead. Little health, Seraph's Embrace still up. Bam. Used it, you'd have lived. No, the play was good. No, that play was fine. What you're saying in chat is absolutely wrong. How you played it out was terrible, but doing it was okay. What you should have done is let Maokai go in first, because what had happened is when Katarina shumpoed to you, Maokai twisted advanced to you onto Katarina, and it pulled him out of tower range. So that's when the tower started aggroing you, and that's when you died. That would be a good purchase right there. Yep, good, 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 good. Hey, it's been 3 minutes. You still have your wards in your inventory. I should go back. After this game is finished, I'm going to see how many minutes you have these wards in your inventory. I mean, it's good. You bought the wards. Step 1, buy wards. Step 2, place wards. That's the step you're missing. It's good that you're buying wards, but if they're not on the map, they don't do shit for you. So place them. A good bush to place it in is actually, I'm gonna scroll back, the bush you just walk by. Over here, nobody checks this bush. People run right through it and they like clip this tail end, but no one actually sees inside the bush or even bothers to attack move through bushes or whatever. So no one ever clears pink wards there. Likewise, do that on the other side up here. QW the wave, just Q out. Put your Q out, put some pressure down. If you put your Q out, you have your ultimate. So if they walk towards you, ultimate them, and then there you go. You would push them off the tower. Solo defending the tower. Don't. Okay. You see, Karma walk into the bush, and you see Ash walk out of the bush. I can already see this is going bad. I didn't watch this part. I watched like the first 10 minutes of this replay just to get like a feel of how this game goes. I kind of just wanted to do it a little bit raw. I can already see that this is going to go horrible right now. I can, if Katarina, let me see, where is she on the map? She's in nowhere. I have a feeling she's in that bush. Oh, God. Oh, there's Karma. Where's Cat? Is Cat in there too? Oh, God. Oh, there's a mushroom, though. There's another one. Oh, man. Oh, if Katarina was in that bush, she would have been screwed beyond belief. Oh, my Lord. If you don't know where anyone is on the map and you just saw one person walk out and one person walk in, oh, God. That's a sign that they're doing a death bush. Doing the old fanatic death bush. Okay, they got their first dragon. Ulti. Okay, you did a bad placement. I can already tell that you could have put your ball out farther. So this is one reason why you should do the dumb cast, or I don't even know what they call it, like whatever the not smart cast is called. Typically what I do is I do all my smart casts on QW, E, and R, and then my not smart cast, the one that shows you all the ranges, on control W or QW, E, and R, or shift or whatever I do. And I do alt on level I do level up on alt QW, E, and R. So you're just doing like the one button modifier. I don't know if you played World of Warcraft at all, but that's kind of like an arena thing where you have like the same positions where you just press down one button and you get like double the key bindings, whatever you want to call it. But that's probably a good trick just so you have your dumb cast there so you can see the range. But I can already see. You snap it a little bit early, but if you shielded yourself coming around here just to reposition the ball, if you would have positioned it on yourself and then walked here, when you walked right up here or up here, you could have placed it right over Katarina where she is now, and you would have hit all four of those guys. Yep, if you would have put it right over Katarina, ultimate there, you would have got all four of them. And instead, you do get two, and you do kill two with them, but I mean, if you put it over Katarina, you would have killed Kat. I can just see by kind of your items, kind of your AP value, you would have probably got Cat. And then if you done, yeah, because you'd have done a W as well, yeah, you would have killed Cat, and then you would get this kill on Teemo, which you probably already will, but nope, Corki gets it. So you would have had a quadra with two, three more button presses. Man, I can't even articulate what I'm saying anymore. Video's so long I can't articulate anymore. Yeah, but so I see themes. One reason why I like VODs over replays, I can kind of see a theme. I can kind of see, things that you're not doing. I can see that you're doing locked camera. I can see where your perspective is. I can see all of this stuff. So big themes that I'm seeing is you're having difficulty with ball movement, and specifically where to put your ball and when to put the ball down, but the bigger issue is using your shield to move the ball. Shielding does do damage. That's the weirdest thing to get on Orianna. Putting the shield on someone, if the ball moves through someone as you're shielding, it does damage to them. That's like the weirdest part of that entire character. There you go. Okay, 31 minutes. You finally put your wards down. You put them in good spots. It just took you forever to do that. Ulti. Ulti. Shield. Oh, there you go. Shield, 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 shield. I would have shielded so much sooner because I'd be like, holy crap, I don't know if I'm going to die or not. Hit a mushroom. Also, just as a side note with Teemo, he's probably going to put mushrooms in bushes. So if you're low like that and your entire team is chasing their entire team, just hit S, recall in place. Don't move anywhere, because if you hit a shroom, then you're going to die. Then you're so boned. Okay, and another little itemization point is granted that there is no tank on the enemy team, you should never get your Void Staff later than your 4th item. Typically for me, I even get my Void Staff on my 3rd item. Okay, let's go back here. I want to see what their stats are. Okay, Cat has a DFG and a Leandries. Leandries is a terrible item on that champion. Ashe has a Essence Reaver. That item is terrible on that, on every champion actually. Master Yi, alright, doesn't have a Blade of the Rune King. Karma doesn't have, well, she doesn't really need the cleanse item. I don't even know what it's called. And then Teemo's doing whatever weird on-hit Teemo build he does, so he's like irrelevant. So yeah, there's no tank, but man, yeah, just little itemization fixes. So if you got Chalice of Harmony first, then did Rabadon's Death Cap, and then did Leandry's Torment, you could then do a Void Staff there. So that would be a perfect, like, nice scaling, nice, very flat and smooth kind of item build. So you have relevant power throughout the entire game. Your power never dips. You're always going upwards. Shield him. Oh, sad day. Your shield was down, but what did you use your shield on? Oh, yep, you snapped it back to yourself. Oh, Corky. Okay, so generally that wasn't your fault. Well, I want to say it's not your fault, but if you left the ball out there, you could have used your shield on Corky when that had happened. But I mean, that's a meh point. That's more Corky's fault than your fault, but it's just something that you could have done to save that one kill. Oh man, you could kill this cat. She's like flirting with danger right now, man. Ooh, good one. There you go. Ward over the wall. Put it. Oh, you don't have your wards. Oh, you finally put down all your wards. Look at that. I didn't even notice. Yep, there you go. Nope, keep going. Don't let her just walk up on you and cue you like that. Put it in her face. Put your Q out. Create a zone. Put your Q right up in here and create a zone for him. Nope, don't go up forward. Don't, no. Back. You need to stay in the back. Watch out for Yi. Shield. There you go. There you go. Get him. Shield Maokai. Nope. Get him. Ooh, there you go. Triple. Keep pushing. Hit tab. See how many are left. Yep, there you go. Looks like everyone died except for one person, so... No, Corky. This is when you tell Corky, fucking stay. Don't... Like, if he runs off to the bot lane in 4... I'm gonna go back here. 4 people's dead. I think Karma... Who's Teemo? Teemo's the only one left alive. You tell Corky, you sit the fuck in the mid lane. Like, you sit over here and you help me. Right here. You see Corky running away? No. Be like, no, please push mid. Tight. Like, hey. Yeah, I can't believe he's going down for that farm. Holy fuck. You could get an inhib right here, and he's going for the fucking farm. Oh my god. Oh my god. My soul. Oh my Jesus. Oh god, please get the inhib. Holy shit. Please. Oh my god, Corky. Yep, and Cat's alive. Oh my god, you could have gotten inhib right there. Oh. Fuck. Okay. I'm so wounded. Yeah, just be more vocal about that. Typically, I hate people who like talk in chat about senseless shit, but it's like, I mean, if you just asked Corky to stay, that would have been so much better. You would have gotten that inhib. Plus, if I remember correctly, he does have a Trinity Force, right? So, you could have got that inhib. Oh, I'm so wounded. Oh my god. Alright, there's nothing to really say. You're not even over there, so I don't know what to say in this little downtime here. So actually, I'm gonna get a drink. Okay, we're going on to 1 hour. The game has about 10 minutes left, so ooh, that was bad. Okay, let's see. Right here, put your Q out. At least that way you can kind of threaten Yi. Because if you put your Q out here, right now, and Yi moves forward, you can just, well, go into the bush, sweep the bush, use your sweeper here, and then just don't attack the ward, because as soon as you attack the ward, they can see you in the bush. So that's one thing that people don't know about the sweeper. If you use your sweeper on top of a ward, it disables the ward. So you could put your Q out, disable the ward, sit in the bush. When Master Yi runs at you, just use your ulti and hit him. Yep, and you put your ulti too far out. And you get the kill because the dragon killed Ashe. But if you just set it up like right there, as soon as he walked near you, you would have got him. Okay, and this is where your backdoor problem comes in right about here. Although I'm curious to see how he gets through that those inhib towers. It probably has to do with this wave here. Nope, you're gonna clear that. Zach's gonna clear it. Oh, this is interesting. It's like a mystery novel. How's this one gonna end? One thing if I remember correctly, you do like a massive team fight, and then you lose the game. Because I did see the end, because I was like, you lost to a backdoor after 22 kills. Let's see how this goes. So I think you do like a massive team fight, and then Master Yi just kind of like walks in and kills your entire base. Put your ward down. Ward. Da. Put your ward in the bush. Put your ward in the bush. Put your ward in the bush. Damn. So, Cat killed literally everyone inside that bush. Okay, Cat does his Q. Put the ward in the bush. So you can, right there would have been a perfect time. Okay, Ashe arrow down. So they have no counter CC. Put your ward in the bush. Put your ward in the bush. Put your ball right here. Right here. Okay, you got to kill. You see Cat in the bush. Put your ward in the bush. And then you're going this way through Cat's ultimate. If you put a ward in the bush, see if she's doing her ultimate or not. And I mean, as soon as she shumpos into that bush, go back a couple seconds. As soon as she shumpos into that bush, you should use your ultimate. Yep. Right here. Right here is when this entire fight goes down. Right there. Right when you see that, you should put your ultimate over here and just kill Cat. Every time you see a Katarina, kill her first over anything else. Blow all of your spells on her, because if she gets one kill, the entire team fight's over. Because she kills one person, she's just gonna like do all of her spells and just kill everyone. She's just gonna go crazy. Do like a button mash. Yep. Always focus Katarina first. That is the one person who gets shut down so easy as an assassin. It's not like it's a collie. It's not like she just kills you before anything happens. Just focus her. She's very squishy. Okay, there's about 2 minutes left on this game. And I have a feeling this is where it's going to end. Because Cat and Yi are pushing. But you said it was a back door, so that's where I'm getting caught up on. Where is the back door coming in? Go, 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 team. Go, go, go. Go, fight. Oh, I know where the back door comes in. You chase. Do you chase? Where does the back door come in? Shield yourself. There you go. Put your wards down. Prevent this back door from happening. Open Nexus, open Inhibitor. You need to put wards down so no one just walks into your base. Okay, so to prevent this, you need everyone on your team, especially Thresh, since he probably has a Sightstone. Put a ward over here, put a ward over here, put a ward in here, put a ward over here, here, and like down over here. So you can just ward all of the entrances, like here, here, in the lane, here, and here. And then, of course, in the actual side lanes. Like, put them in the lane. Put them, like, right there. And then one in the bush, one in this bush, one right in directly here in the center lane. Put it right here in this bush, put it right here, and then put it, like, right into the lane, like, right there. If you do all of that, Master Yi will never be able to get into your base because you can see him run through into your base, and you can just back off and go fight him. Okay, I remember where the back door is. You're gonna go fight this fight, and then Master Yi is gonna walk right in. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't even leave your base. With an inhib down, you don't even defend this tower. Yep, run. Right here, you should leave the fight. You see Master Yi here, you should put the ball on yourself and run back to your inhib or your nexus. Yep, you get greedy for the kill. Okay, you're going for the kill. Master Yi is in the mid lane. You see Master Yi in the mid lane. Yi is still in the mid lane, and you are chasing this fight. Yi is still in the mid lane. You see him on the nexus. Why are you fighting? And the game ends. So, I mean, that's it. That's the replay. So, okay, I'm going to close this. I'm going to go back to the client. I should probably open my client. That'd be good. So, very minor. Honestly, it's very minor things, except for the build. The build is actually, that's probably like your biggest weakness. But it's relatively minor things. You kept your wards, what was it, for like 10 minutes? You just had them in your inventory, and you didn't do anything with them. You just kept them there. You didn't set up a sweeper. You didn't buy your sweeper very early. So basically, your ward coverage sucked. That's basically it. Thresh didn't ward, even though he probably had a Sightstone. You didn't use your wards. Nobody ward. So he walked right into the base and won. Granted, you chased way too hard in that last fight, but yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts in the entire game. Your build was very odd. So just kind of tighten your build up. Now that I've actually told you what you should build, you go for Athene's first, unless you're against an AD mid laner. And if you're against an AD mid laner, go read an Orianna guide, because that's like, I don't want to cover that in this video. I just want to cover Cat. So with Katarina, Athene's and Holy Grail, either Zanya's or Rabadon's Deathcap, Liandry's Torment, Void Staff. If you get all of that stuff, if you QW someone, they will die, because you have just so much magic pen that you just dumping him in. You're just going right through all of their magic resist for a squishy carry who probably doesn't have anything useful in the terms of magic resistance. yeah, do fix your build a little bit. Fix your runes and mastery so you have it set up like this, because you don't need this, you need this, and you need this, and then you don't need the runic affinity, but it's really good. With your runes, if you had the scaling this, scaling here, scaling health, you'd be a little bit more tanky, and then with this you'd do a little bit more damage. So that's the biggest gripes. I think probably one of the biggest things that I've mentioned throughout the entire game was your shield. Your shield is very, you're not comfortable moving the ball around using your shield as like the primary move or the secondary move. Put your Q out instead of moving it, you know, instead of moving the ball back to yourself or across you to like the other side of you. Snap your Q back with your E and then put it out with your Q again. Um, it's just little mechanical things like that. I mentioned in the beginning summoner spells, but I mean that is it. I mean that is the entire thing. Build runes and masteries. Change your summoner because ignite really didn't help you. Um, and I mean ward better, ward better, ward better, ward better. CS better. So that is my thoughts. I tend to ramble at the end, so I'm just gonna close it here. It's been an hour. So if you liked the video so far, thanks you guys for toughing it out for the hour and 11 minutes. You can follow me on youtube.com/Rot1nPiecesTV or twitch.com/ or twitch.tv/Rot1nPieces. And thanks for watching, everyone.